If you go to Disney World, for instance, down there in the Haunted Mansion, you see the hologram, right? Oh, you do know how to make a hologram. Well, our scientists have learned how to make people. They call them synthetics. Are you familiar with those? Well, actually, we just interviewed John Lear, and he was talking about being in an audience in which they were given a lecture by a guy that they thought was real and found out later.
And also that the Russians has done it, had capitation since the early 40s, but 2018 they did in Italy. They did a head capitation in place of head transplantation, and there's places in California and other places around the world where you can freeze either your body with the head or cheaper just the head. And Walt Disney is one of those. This allegedly says that Walt Disney cryo-freezed himself, and the chamber is down somewhere in the park. But yeah, they have done cloning system. You can today do cloning your pets. That's allowed. But the humans, yeah, there's some places. If you want to know more, just ask, comment.
It was he was a hologram. It's a synthetic. Synthetics, when you touch their skin, feels like plastic. That's the latest technique. For the old techniques,
And they have hollow form. Many use the technique of hollow form. That's why many glitch out, bugs out in camera, and need to stand in certain ways when they record. Else the hollow form will go bad.
Meaning through genetics, you're not talking about that? Well, let me tell you. The movie shows it, but I'll share it with you right now. All right. All I need to do is take 2 cells off of your body, urine. We give them a small electrical charge. I'm just convincing it. Don't act like a fertilized egg. If I got a fertilized egg, all I need is a receiver in order to make it. So they were hypnotizing women, said they were being invaded by aliens. And the fetus starts growing, right? Needs food. Well, they can use cows and sheep, too. It's, again, a food source. Of course, that's all we need. After about 14 weeks, all of a sudden that fetus is gone. Because they've learned to take, that's when the fetus starts developing its own blood supply. Then they've used the pituitary hormone extract that they have, which accelerates the being that grows. And the original technology was given to our government by the Greys. Now, the reason was, that our scientists were all excited because we could have spare parts. If you need a heart or a liver or anything, you won't have any rejection. It's your own DNA, right?
Okay, because theoretically, if we have overpopulation, we don't need more people, right?
But the so-called elite are selecting on who they want to have around anyway. So if we want to keep people going as long as we can, I talked to the doctor that was working on regeneration of Castro, for instance,
right,
on the DNA sequencing, and they're just learning about this.
Well, my understanding is that a lot of presidents have already been replaced.
That's right.
Yeah,
I don't think
they're walking around. They look old, but they basically some of the people are just
I'll just give you something copies. I'll give you something to ponder. Get some old videos of George Bush, when he first came into office. Look at the person and listen to him speak. Look at his actions and listen to everything that's there. Now it's a lot easier to put.
Yeah, and look at the video where it dies to. Dinner.
Somebody else that was up there.
So probably had to do that.
Even Hitler had he had his stand-in. In fact, his stand-in was the one that they found in the ground over in Germany. I mean, Hitler and Eva and the dog and 14 other people got aboard a plane and flew down to Barcelona, Spain. You were aware of that. And then ended up in Antarctica or in Swabenland and then died a few years ago in Brazil.
That's what we heard.
I have all the documents from our own government.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Switzerland, Swabenland.
Stalin after they tried to burn the body. He got the body back, and so in the different ears and the testicles were different and everything else, so they knew it wasn't Hitler.
But is it a clone or not?
Hold up, man. Who's that? That's weird.
Cloning techniques. Since 1938, they've been making clone people. There's 8 countries making clones. I have a doctor friend that all it does is treat the clones.
Where do you get your information?
I get it from some of the people that are willing to come forth, and they talk to me because they hope I'll put the information out because they always got two people following them and they may be killed. If I start talking about cloning too much, the people that get involved into that you disappear on it. So I don't go into too many more details, but there is information that's available, and it's more and more that's coming on the line. I just told you, go rent the movie.
Okay, Voice from Brazil.
Yeah, and you'll see the whole technique on what they show it to you in different places, so you can imagine what is going on.
In 2023, we could tell you many places where you can go do this.
All right.
Even in biotech, there is.
That you have, based on this physical life that you have, this dream is made up of the experiences that is impregnated on your body and in your mind, consciously, right? Mm-hmm. Your soul memory is another thing. It goes back whatever time that you elected to be in this incarnation for whatever reason. And let's show you the division on these things. Since the body is very physical, and we just got you making a physical being in a few months for spare parts. They said, now we've got the perfect deal. How can we have that work better? Well, if you go to the hospital today and get an encephalogram, what's that? That's the memory of your conscious mind. It's on the CD. Let's download it on this being. Now we got a walking, talking duplicate that has the total memory that you have because we just took it off of your own mind.
Okay, it's like Blade Runner, the android.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. The only thing is that it's like this DVD recorder. Sometimes you have glitches in it, so you have to have them tuned up occasionally or redone. And so we take them to Camp David, or there's a wing at Bethesda Hospital to just tell you. There's a down there
like they did with Donald J. Trump. It's all hoax, folks. And then Bilderberg in August came there. Then under those couple weeks after, yeah, he went there because suddenly got that, that thing.
So you have to be careful of all this.
And also, everybody say you got to be home 2 weeks. But Boris Johnson, he was not 2 weeks at home. But Donald J. Trump, how long was he at this place? Camp David? Couple of days. It's supposed to be 14, right? Right.
Have been bought and paid for and created to think a certain way in the world.
That's why we are seeing Hillary, Sleepy Joe, acting up crazy too, and many, many more. Coming in to say if you want more and all that. Come proof, evidence, links, pics, flicks.